I'm Kelsey Endress. I have been with Cornerstone going on 8 years.
My name is Erica Bushnell, and I have been with Cornerstone for almost 8 years. The first few days were pretty overwhelming. I was new-ish to the field. I had a little bit of experience, but not a ton. So I just remember feeling pretty overwhelmed and nervous, but I also remember feeling a ton of support from my BCBAs, my co-therapists, and just the other therapists that were around me. I also had a really good trainer, and that helped tremendously as well.
Prior to even coming to Cornerstone, I actually lived in Minnesota, and I was going to school for my master's in social work. And I started working part-time at an in-home center in Minnesota. And then once I graduated, I just realized this was my passion. I loved being one-on-one with the kids. I loved teaching them those valuable skills to help them to be successful in the community and in school. And so my husband and I moved to Columbus, and it was through a friend of his who actually worked at Cornerstone. And so that's kind of how I got put with them. And so I interviewed and I just fell in love with it. It was just such a wonderful place, lots of fun toys and games and happiness everywhere. And so I just was really drawn to it.
The biggest thing has just been my growth and what I have learned. I think there's just been so many people that have poured into who I am today and how I've grown and developed in the field. I started as a therapist and then clinical support and then lead and BCBA, and just now being at a different building than I started. There's just been so many people that have helped shape the person that I am today, and I think that's just, and kids too, like the kids have absolutely taught me so many things, so I think both of that combined has just been the greatest thing.
I actually started at the Greenwood Polk location, and then about 1.5 years after I started with Cornerstone, transferred to the Columbus location when it opened. Drastic difference from the Polk location, just with size and everything like that. It's just kind of this quaint little space. It was really small. I feel like we were trying to get our footing, but it was a really tight-knit community, and I even feel like after being at the Columbus Center and then now moving to the Edinburgh Center, we are bigger here, but it's still that same tight-knit atmosphere.
Who's that?
Oh, it's Austin!
Tell me about him.
Austin is amazing. He's so smart, so sweet. He was probably one of my earliest clients for sure. We would go to the grocery store, we would go bowling, we went putt-putting a few times. It was just really cool to kind of take him and another client out into the community and out into the natural environment and just kind of help him generalize the skills that he's learned in the building out into the public area. We also took some art classes together and stuff like that, so he has my heart. He's the sweetest.
Who's this little girl?
That's Anna.
She was one of the first ones you worked with, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was actually her therapist first, and then I became her lead too, and I got to help her deliver her graduation speech too, which is really exciting. She has a special place in my heart.
iPad or tablet?
iPad.
iPad or tablet?
iPad, 100%.
That's an obvious choice, clearly. Cornerstone Halloween or Cornerstone Christmas?
Christmas.
Cornerstone Halloween or Cornerstone Christmas?
Cornerstone Christmas.
Maximize, embrace, or fulfill?
Maximize.
Maximize, embrace, or fulfill.
How do you pick one?
That's right. Favorite Cornerstone event of the past?
Probably one of the talent shows.
One of the talent shows. Which one? The first one or the second one? You were both.
I think the first one.
The first one?
was real funny.
That's right.
Yeah.
Favorite Cornerstone event of the past?
Oh gosh. I really like the Make It Happen days, when everyone can come together as one and just talk about all the successes that we've had as a company. I love that.